and a timeout by Kennett. 4:19 to play, opening quarter. 2nd and 11 inside the red zone. The Indians at the 17 of St. Gen, back with more in 30 seconds.
Looking for a reliable, lightning-fast internet service that doesn't break the bank? Kennett Board of Public Works is here with their fiber optic internet service, starting at just $29.95 a month, with speeds up to 1 gigabit per second. And the best part? Kennett Board of Public Works is your local provider, committed to serving the community with top-notch customer service and a network you can count on. Experience the power of fiber optics. Sign up now and revolutionize your internet experience with Kennett Board of Public Works Internet Service.
Back at St. Genevieve, Kennett takes the timeout. 2nd and 11 for the Indians from the 17-yard line. There's a couple of drop snaps by the Indians with this wet football. Actually, the football's at the 18-yard line. And the Indians trying to answer St. Genevieve's touchdown as the Indians trail it 6-0. We lost our original video stream, but we are back up and streaming now. Be sure to let Monty know just in case. Gets us hooked back up on the radio. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Now Jones out of the shotgun. 2nd and 11. First time we've seen the shotgun formation. Now Jones sends a man in motion, left to right. 10 seconds on the play clock. Claps his hands, takes the snap, and he runs right. Has blockers in front, and he's knocked out of bounds. He ran out of real estate. A positive gain will get him back to just about the original line of scrimmage, just shy of the 15-yard line. That brings up 3rd down for the Indians. They can pick up a first down at the 7. 3rd down for the Indians. They're going to need just about 8 yards. They're trying to untangle the chains along the sideline after players crashed into them. They put it right down on the yard marker. Big 3rd down play, 4-down territory for the Indians. Jones back under center. Awaits the snap. Indians looking for a big play, and they hand it to Fonda following his blockers and falls inside the 15 down to about the 14-yard line. So 4th down coming up for the Indians. 4th down and 8 coming up for the Indians. Dragons close that hole quickly as we are just inside of 4 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. Both teams have used the timeout so far. Dragons scored first on their first offensive possession. This is Kennett's 2nd possession of the ball game. Rain has let up, still raining here. 4th and 8. Do the Indians have 8 yards in them? Can they get it in the end zone? Jones moves under center. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Takes the snap, pitches to Fonda, who tries to go left, and Fonda slips on the wet turf, and the Dragons will take over. 1st and 10, about the 17-yard line. Oh, we got it in the red zone again, but come up with no points, and that's kind of been the season so far for the Indians. But let's turn it around, guys. We're not giving up. See if we can get a stop. That's going to be the important thing, as their quarterback, Luis Peranto, has pretty much carried the load. They'll put some blockers back there for him and snap it to him, and he's a 180-pound, 6-foot junior. Let's see if the Indians can get a stop here. Saw the Dragons throwing it around quite a bit in pregame, but I don't know if they're going to do it with these wet footballs deep in their own territory. This time they'll hand it off to the tailback, going right and follows his blockers and still on his feet. Going to get out to about the 25, 26-yard line. Indians had him bobbled up but couldn't bring him down, and that's going to be real close to first down yardage. Going to be a gain of 9, so 2nd and very short. Maybe about half a yard for the Dragons. Indians just have to bring down the Dragons. They can't let them slip out of those tackles like that and have big gains when they have them wrapped up. Again, blockers in the backfield. 3 of them move from the left side of the line to the right side. Ferranto takes the snap. Again, takes to give it to his running back, and he's hit immediately. Good pressure by the Indians in the backfield. Big Kevin Thompson. You're not going to get out of Kevin's grasp, folks. 275-pound, 6-foot senior was right there to bottle up the ball carrier, the back, and I think that was Owen Roth, the ball carrier. So the Dragons now a 3rd down and 2. They lost about a yard on that play. Come on, Indians, let's get a stop here. 2:08 to play first quarter. Motion man right to left, and the quarterback will give an inside handoff. And, boy, that misdirection really fooled the Indians as they were looking at the guys running around the left side. And straight ahead, the Dragons get the carry out to the 28-yard line. So move the chains, 1st and 10 with 1:50 to go here in the opening quarter. Peranto, the junior quarterback, he is looking to the sideline for the play call, and he'll get his blockers aligned. This time he has a couple of them just to his left. Out of the shotgun, takes the snap, and again takes it to his tailback, who drives forward. Good blocking up front for the Dragons, and they're getting 5 or 6 yards before the Indians can close in. Swaggart with a carry. He's a 5'8", 180-pound junior. That's going to be a gain of about 5 yards on 1st down. Not a whole lot of razzle-dazzle, and that's understandable with these wet conditions. The rain's still falling, but not nearly as hard as it was right before the Dragons scored their first touchdown of the ball game. They break the huddle, and they have receivers spread out. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd and 5. They put a man in motion, and the quarterback draws straight ahead. He's going to have the 1st down. The Indians are going to have to pursue him from behind, finally drag him down. But a quarterback draw, and Peranto will get it into Indian territory, almost down to the 40-yard line, just shy of the 40, but that'll move the chains for the Dragons. They put it at the 41. Oh, we have a hold, so we're going to bring it all back. A flag out there. I didn't see the flag. But a hold's going to bring this nice run by Peranto back, and maybe that's why he had a nice run. The Dragons called holding, so that'll back them up. We'll see where they spot the football down after the hold. Rain starts to pick up a bit. They will mark it off and put it down at the 30-yard line, so that's a big difference. 2nd and 8 now. They did have it down to the Kennett 40. Now 2nd and 8 from their own 30-yard line. Motion man right to left, and Kennett jumps offside, I believe. Well, that'll make the down and distance a little different. After the holding penalty, we get 5 back, give it back to the Dragons. So now it's 2nd down and 3 coming up for the Dragons. Offsides penalty puts the football at the 35 of Kennett. We're down to 26 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. In the rain at St. Genevieve. Peranto sends a man in motion, left to right, and an inside handoff. They're going to have the 1st down across the 40. So that'll move the chains. And 15 seconds on the play clock. That may be our final play of this first quarter. Dragons up 16-0. As they look to the sideline, and they will let the clock tick down, I do believe. We're down to 5 seconds. They could rush up there, but they're not going to. 6-0 our score after 1. Dragons over the Indians, back with the second quarter in 1 minute.
Here is a little reminder from your friends at Pelt's Title. When it's time to buy property, sell some property, or refinance a loan that involves property, don't forget those parts of the transaction that absolutely have to be done right. The preparation for closing and the closing itself. If you are a buyer, you want the confidence that title insurance from Pelt's Title will give you. Are you the seller? You need to be sure that the promised proceeds are where they are supposed to be. Request Pelt's and let the experts at Pelt's Title close your deal.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wayne. I'd like to invite you to Wayne Chiropractic. Come on in.
Hi, I'm Melissa Morgan. When you're ready to schedule an appointment, just call Wayne Chiropractic.
Soy Gabriela García. Síganme y el Dr. Wayne los ayudará a estar mejor.
Wayne Chiropractic offers DOT, sports, school, and pre-employment physicals and now accepts Medicaid. Learn more at KenmoChiro.com or stop by Wayne Chiropractic at 913 St. Francis Street in Kennett. KenmoChiro.com.
6-0, Dragons with the lead as we start the second quarter. 1st and 10 Dragons from their own 40-yard line. Rain picks up once again. Looking at the forecast, Rain should start to slack off after 8 o'clock. That's the latest forecast. But right now, it is a wet football here at St. Genevieve. The Dragons coming out. The Indians trying to get a stop as we start the second quarter. Good to have you along. Darryl Wilcoxon, a little under the weather tonight, and this is not a good night to be out in the weather if you're under the weather. So, Darryl, I hope you get to feeling better, and we'll see you at Kelly next Friday night. Dragons 1st and 10 from the 40. How about a turnover, fellas? They'll throw another screen pass, and again, they set up the perfect play call. Down the sideline, Swigert, and he's on the loose, cuts inside, and going to get all the way down to about the 25-yard line. Boy, they've called a couple of screen passes, and it has been right on the money. It has been wide open, both of those, and another big game. This time Swigert, the junior, gets it all the way down in Indian territory to the 24-yard line. Pretty safe pass that time, a little screen out in the left flat that time. And Swigert, the running back, slipping out there, and once he got it, had a lot of open turf in front of him. A little confusion for the backs. Roth now moving out beside the quarterback. A couple of blockers out in front of Ferranto as he takes the snap. We'll hand it to Roth. Roth slips through a hole, but not a whole lot there as the Indians close quickly after a gain of 2. Big Kevin Thompson again. Everywhere you look tonight, big number 66 is in on it as we're trying to get a stop here as the Dragons on the move. Leading 6-0, 10:52 to play, second quarter. Hardy fans, that's what you can call the folks that's setting out in this as the rain picks up again. Ferranto, the quarterback, with the back to his left in the formation. And Ferranto, the quarterback, keeps it, and he's on the loose, and he's inside the 10 and all the way down to about the 6. So it'll be 1st and goal. That time, Indians chased the running back with the ball fake, and Ferranto took off. And Coach Webster mentioned in the coaches show, boy, they have a lot of misdirection, a lot of counters, and you really have to pay attention. He said his squad was really going to have to keep a focus on the football. Ferranto again out of the shotgun. Will hand it to his back, and this time he's met at the line of scrimmage, but he keeps driving forward and gets down to the 1. Boy, I thought we had him in the backfield, but he just slips through the hole, and I think that's Swigert that time. Swigert with a carry, and boy, he was slick going through that line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal from the 1 for the Dragons, leading 6-0. Shift over with the blockers to the right side of the line. They take the snap, give it to the back, and he's into the end zone for the score. Boy, they just powered over the right side of the line, and Indians now trailing 12-0 as the Dragons scoring in the first 2 possessions of this ball game. 9:32 to play, second quarter. I think the Dragons will probably go for the 2-point conversion after they mishandled the extra point try on the first score. Now a couple of players coming on late for the Dragons. They've had a little confusion on these extra point plays, not getting personnel out on the field in time. Now they hurry up to the line of scrimmage, 5 seconds, 3, and now they have to burn their second timeout on the extra point try. They've burned 2 timeouts, both on extra point tries. And we'll just keep it right here. FM Bank, one of our great broadcast sponsors, the First Missouri Bank of SEMO. Full-service banking, locally owned, where decisions are made locally. To FM Bank, people matter. 500 Independence Avenue in Kennett. Member FDIC. Hey, while we're giving shout-outs, I want to give a shout-out to the Kennett Board of Public Works crews that got the power back on quickly today. Well, I know those squirrels can cause some havoc. And I think Fried Squirrel was the culprit for about a fourth of the town today. And we happen to be located in that fourth of the town, but we appreciate the Board of Public Works crews getting things going. And then Monty Lyons getting all 8 of our stations going after the power was shut down. We're back up and running, and So are the Dragons, and they're going to go for the 2-point conversion. Confusion on those extra point tries. They lead 12-0 and going for the 2. Swigert gets it and pitches it to the outside. Kennett's in the backfield, and Kennett's best defensive plays have been on the 2-point tries so far, and the Dragons are held out on the 2-point try. 12-0. Indians trail the Dragons, and they get the ball back, and it's very, very important for the Indians to get some points on the board on this drive. We've seen flashes. They've had it inside the red zone, but been able to get it into the end zone. Dragons are going to kick it off in a hurry, so we're going to keep it right here. Good to have you along. Ultimate Fitness, another one of our great broadcast sponsors. 1012 St. Francis Street in Kennett. You can work out on their new equipment and convenient 24-hour access. Be sure to ask about their membership specials, as they'll have a plan that works for you or for your family. Ultimate Fitness in Kennett. We appreciate their support of our broadcast of Kennett Indian football. Rain still coming down. Umbrellas on the near side. The Kennett fans that have not gotten shelter down below us here on the visitors' press box side. This is a short kick. It's going to land and go out of bounds. Well, we saw a big return by the Indians, and that time they didn't want any part of that. And they'll kick it out of bounds. Indians offense comes back out on the field. They've moved the ball pretty well. But, again, they get in the red zone, not able to punch it into the end zone. Ty Jones, the quarterback, he's been under center a lot. Had a couple of snaps get away from him. But overall, done a very good job. Pennington will come on for the Indians. Chris Pennington, he'll be in a slide out to the left side. Carson Manley also out to the left side for the Indians. Number 88, we'll try to find out his number here. Family or friends, if you know who's wearing 88, let's send us a Facebook message, as we're a long way from the team. 1st and 10 for the Indians from their own 35-yard line. Jones again under center. A long snap count for Jones. Takes the snap, pitches it to the right. Working over the right side is Antonio Hollywood, the freshman. And he had company in the backfield, but slips away from that and gains about 2 yards. 2nd and 8 coming up. So 2nd and 8 for the Indians, 9:05 to play, second quarter. Indians up to the line of scrimmage. The rain still coming down, and the fog you see drifting over the field, that's coming from the light, the heat off the lights, as the raindrops are hitting the lights here at the field. Looks rather eerie on Friday the 13th. Kennett needing 8 yards on 2nd down, and they get a good carry right up the middle. Good strong run out to the 42-yard line for Kennett. Nick Fonda again at running back that time. We're down to 8:30 to play. Here in the second quarter, Indians trail the Dragons of St. Genevieve 12-0. 42-yard line, the line of scrimmage, as the Indians break the huddle. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. This time Jones will be out of the shotgun, has a back behind him, and now he will move up and move back under center. Indians need 3 yards to move the chains. Dragons crowd the line of scrimmage. Long snap count. Now Jones will hand it off, running straight ahead. First down, Indians. Good run by Nick Fonda. Covered it up with both hands and powers forward out to across the 45 to about the 46-yard line. Way to go, Nick. Boy, this team is so young. Folks, keep that in mind. Nick Fonda, a sophomore. Antonio Hollywood, the other back that just had a carry, a freshman. Nose of the football at the Kennett 46-yard line. 1st and 10 Indians. 3 receivers to the left side. So Corey Ray, one of those to the left side. Now going in motion is Pennington. He sets up on a slot to the left side. Jones takes the snap and drops the snap and falls on it. And that'll be a loss of about 2 yards. Boy, that's 3 times we mishandled the snap under center so far. 2nd and 12 after the loss of 2. Clock is running as we approach 7 minutes to play here in the first half. 12-0, Dragons with a lead. The loss back to the 44 of Kennett. Indians break the huddle, really needing some points on the board as we move under 7 minutes to play in the half. Indians still with a couple of timeouts. Dragons with 1 remaining. Jones again will move under center, and again in motion to the left side of the line is Pennington. They'll pitch it to the back. Fonda running to his left and has company in the backfield, and may have. Nope, now they're going to bring him down as the ball squirted out of there at the Indians fell on it. I think they're going to say Fonda was down after a loss of about a yard. So 3rd and long as they're going to spot the ball back to the 43-yard line. Hey, we got another giveaway coming up at the half, so stay tuned for that. We'll have that during our halftime show. More St. Louis Cardinal bobbleheads that we're giving away. Cardinals playing in Toronto this evening. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Haven't seen a lot of pass attempts for the Indians, but expect one here on 3rd and 13. But first, a timeout by Kennett as Coach Webster and his staff will talk things over. 3rd and 13 with 5:53 to play in the half. Back with more after this.
At McDonald's, we're passionate about our food. From adding more balanced options to our Happy Meals to serving up fresh beef quarter-pounder burgers cooked when you order, we're always finding ways to show our commitment to our customers and our food. Download the McDonald's app to get access to exclusive deals, order ahead and pass the line, and join My McDonald's Rewards to earn points to redeem for free McDonald's. Stop in today. McDonald's, a proud supporter of the Kennett Indians.
At Glen Sane, we are now getting Chevrolet Silverado inventory to prove to our customers we can save them money. We've been one of the largest GM dealers in the area for many years, but we know we've been missing Chevrolet customers. We're serious about selling Chevrolets. We don't add packages or dock fees, just low prices. Listen to me on this. Save money and you get the Glen Sane service at any of our 3 locations. Glen Sane, and God bless our troops.
3rd and 13 for the Indians after the timeout. Indians trying to convert a big 3rd down. Jones looks to throw. Down the sideline. Has a man, but overthrown and intercepted back inside the 30. And now the return out to the 35, to the 40, and the Indians get him down at about the 47-yard line. Well, the pass was a little long and picked off by the Dragons. The Indians would have had to punt it away probably anyway, but the turnover after the return, if they could have brought the receiver down after he, or the defender after he intercepted the ball, right where he caught it, it would have been a pretty nice punt. But as it is, the 47-yard line of Kennett is where the Dragons will take over 1st and 10. Great to hear from our viewers and listeners tuning in all around the area. Again, we're going to have another trivia contest coming up at half, and Monty is getting us scores from around the area. He's working hard after getting all 8 radio stations back on after the power went off this afternoon. Thanks to Kennett Board of Public Works crews for their great work once again. Out to the 49-yard line, short gain on 1st down. Swigert again with a carry. He's 5'8", 180-pounder. Not very tall. He'll slip through that line of scrimmage. Indians have to keep their eye on that junior running back, and that's a gain of 2, 2nd and 8 for the Dragons as they are a yard shy of midfield. Rain has let up. Hopefully it will stay that way for the remainder of the ball game. Couple of receivers out to the left side, one to the right. A blocking back to the right side of the line, and now whistles will blow before this one gets started. May have an equipment problem with one of the players on the near side as he is going to go off to the sideline, and another player, I assume, will come on. I believe they had too many players on the field. Now they have another player coming onto the field. A little bit of confusion, and they'll set the clock again as there was an equipment problem, and now different personnel comes on for the Dragons. 2nd and 8. Football at the 49-yard line of St. Genevieve. They spread things out. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now a motion man left to right, and a flag flies, and the Indians are going to get penetration. Hello, Kevin Thompson. Meet Luke Ferranto. He planted him back at about the 45-yard line. Big loss on the play, and Kennett's going to decline the penalty, and that'll bring up 3rd down and about 12. Way to go, Kevin. Boy, he is a go-getter. Indians will decline the penalty. They'll take the play and the loss of down after the loss on 2nd down. 3rd down coming up, 13 for the Dragons. We're down to 4:31 to play here in the half. They wind the clock, and the clock running here as we're just inside 4.5 minutes to play in the half. Both teams with 1 timeout remaining. 2 receivers left. The quarterback, Ferranto, sends his back out of the backfield, and he looks. Now he throws that screen pass left side, and again, the Indians are not out there. And it's going to be a big play. Boy, that screen pass has worked all the time, and a big hit down the sideline, but not before the Dragons get a 1st down. Boy, one of the Indians laid the lick on one of the Dragons, but they are falling for that screen pass. It has been a big play for the Dragons 3 times already. They send the motion man from left to right, and they throw the screen back to the left. And they also have a blocker on the left side that looked like he might have been holding that time, and they didn't throw the flag out there. And they could have been holding on all of those because he really had him wrapped up on the corner, but no flag on the play, and another big gain by the Dragons as they are down to the 41-yard line of Kennett. And whistles will stop this play before it gets started. A procedure penalty backs them up 5 yards. So 1st and 15 for the Dragons after the procedure. But a great play call. Every time they played that, called that screen pass, they have really caught the Indians not aware or not able to get out there in the flat. That's been their best offensive play of the first half. 5-yard penalty puts it back at the 46-yard line. And a 1st and 15 for the Dragons. Indians really need to stop. Down 12-0. Dragons get the football to start the second half, and they're up to the line of scrimmage. They'll hand it over the left side. Kennett gets penetration, but they don't wrap him up, and he's going to gain about 5. Swigert that time again just slips out of the tackle. So that'll make up the penalty yardage for the Dragons, and it'll be 2nd and 10 now for St. Gen, back at the 41. Dragons look to the sideline for the play call. Indians really need to force some big defensive plays on the Dragons here. Get a stop or maybe create a turnover. Ferranto, the quarterback. Blockers to his left, sets in the pocket, and he's going to throw over the middle. Has a man down the field, and the Indians break it up. Great job defensively by the Indians to break that one up. Boy, they were over there, and a great job by the Indians. And it looks like over there was defensively Sakori Ray. He has had a big first half here this evening. And that brings up 3rd and 10. That time Ferranto threw it into double, triple coverage down the field. And the Indians probably had a better chance to catch that one than the receiver. They're up to the line of scrimmage with twins right and left on 3rd and 10 from their 41. Kennett showing blitz. You got to watch for that screen pass. Usually they bring a player in motion when they do that. 3rd and 10. The quarterback's going to throw, and he rolls to his left. Has some time. Looking downfield, throws it downfield, and the pass is complete and knocked out of the hands of the receiver and ruled incomplete. Big hit over there by the Indians to knock that one free. It was Riley Davis, I believe. Way to go, Riley. Big defensive play. And that's going to be 4th and 10 for the Dragons. Football at the 41. What was that, Tad? Okay, there was a flag on the play, so a very late flag, Tad said. I don't know why they put the ball where it did, and they've already placed it. That wasn't the original line of scrimmage, but they placed it down at the 36. Quarterback might have been past the line of scrimmage when he threw that. I don't know. We'll see. He was rolling to his right. They're looking toward Kennett, and the penalty is actually against Kennett. So they're going to mark the penalty off against Kennett, and that is a big one. Unsportsmanlike conduct, the penalty. So that moves the football to the 26-yard line. A nice defensive play, but somebody did something that got the officials' attention, and that will give the Dragons a first down at the 26. Two receivers left, two to the right. Ferranto, the quarterback. Owen Roth, I believe, the running back, is to the quarterback's left in the backfield on 1st and 10. From the 26, and hand it off. Roth gets the carry and gets down to about the 25. Short gain on first down. Let's get a stop, Indians. 3 minutes to play in the half. That would be really, really big if we can come up with a stop. Jared Yates checking out. Also coming to the sidelines for the Indians is Nick Fonda defensively. 2nd and 9 for the Dragons. They lead 12-0, and they'll get the football to start the third quarter. Defensive substitution now for the Indians coming on late. The Dragons are going to send two receivers to the near side. They have two to the far side. 2nd and 9. Ferranto's going to throw, looks left, now throws toward the end zone and overthrows his receiver, incomplete. Had a man, but overthrew his receiver. Probably released it a little bit too late, but the receiver was streaking down the sideline, but just overthrown. That brings up 3rd and 9. Clock will stop with the incomplete pass. 2:19 to go in the second quarter. Hey, if you want to comment on our live stream, Tad is going to be checking those as we're going to have our halftime trivia questions. So be sure to post those, and we're going to give away a St. Louis Cardinal bobblehead here this evening. First, let's hold the Dragons out of the end zone and get the football back. A couple of blockers to the right, and they'll throw the screen, the little inside slant. That was almost intercepted. The Indians played that one really, really well over there. I'm not able to see who the defender was, but it appeared to have been John Baker Brown. John Baker Brown, nice defensive play for the Indians. And it's 4th and 9 coming up. Kind of hard to see from our vantage point when the players are surrounded by other players. Indians try to get the football back. 2:16 to play in the half. Three receivers to the right, one to the left, and the Dragons need 9 on 4th down. Quarterback sets in the pocket. Guess what? Here comes the screen pass. And again, the Indians will get to him and knock him out of bounds. A little better that time, but the Indians will hold and get the football back. Cheers from the Indian fans here. As 2:09 to play in the half. Indians still have a timeout remaining. Let's get some points on the board. How about a big play, guys? Football will be at the 21-yard line of Kennett as the Indians take over 1st and 10. 12-0 Dragons. Ty Jones, the quarterback, trots back out on the field. Indians get the stop here before the half. And now let's see if we can make some noise before they go to the locker room. Running back is Nick Fonda behind the quarterback. Ty Jones, who again is going to move under center on 1st and 10. Three receivers left, one to the right. Motion man, Pennington left to right of the formation. Jones takes the snap. A draw play to Fonda. Fonda breaks the tackle and gets out to about the 25-yard line. Nick Fonda, good carry. First down carry of about 4. Football just shy of the 25-yard line. Clock is running, though. Kennett with only one timeout remaining in the half. Indians get up to the line of scrimmage, 20 seconds on the play clock, but they're going to have to speed things up a bit. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Now Jones out of the shotgun. On 2nd and 6, takes the snap, looks left, throws out in the flat, and overthrows his receiver, incomplete. Carson Manley was out there, but the pass was too high, and that brings up 3rd and 6 for the Indians. 1:22 to play in the half. Manley was open. Jones just overthrew him. Again, this football is, even though it's not currently raining, it is probably still a bit slick. After all the rain we've had, Kennett trying to keep their footballs dry on the sideline. And as much as they try, it's still a little different feel when they've been playing in the rain the entire first half. 6 yards needed to move the sticks. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Jones out of the shotgun with a back behind him. Takes the snap, looks left, and he throws, and it's complete to the near side. And that's not going to get the first down. I believe that was 88 with the reception for the Indians. And again, I don't have an 88 on my roster. So St. Genevieve will now burn the timeout. It's going to be 4th as no gain on that play, and a pretty long 6 coming up for the Indians with 1:10 to play in the half. Now the Indians are going to have to get a punt off and get some coverage downfield. Dragons go to the sideline. Indians also to the sideline. T.R. Baker Insurance, one of our great broadcast sponsors of Kennett Indian football and Kennett Indian sports. They're an independent insurance agency, commercial and personal lines of insurance. Been serving the area since 1966. T.R. Baker Insurance in Kennett. We appreciate their support of Kennett Indian football. Skeeter Kell Sporting Goods, Roger and all the crew, Chris and all the folks at Skeeter Kell. They've been a great broadcast sponsor for years and years. Kennett Indian Sports, they're not just a name, they are a tradition for over 60 years. The premier sports provider of area teams, coaches, and players. When you need sporting goods, it's always Skeeter Kell. 1:10 to play in the half, no timeouts remaining for the Dragons. 1 timeout remaining for Kennett. And the Indians with a 4th and 6 from the 25-yard line. We'll probably be punting it away, but we'll see if that's the case. The Dragons don't send anyone back right now. So right now they are not expecting the Indians to punt it away. Jones out of the shotgun, has his running back to his left, and now Jones will step back a couple of steps, gets the snap, and gets the punt away. Another long, low line drive, takes a skip. Now it takes a Dragon hop backwards to about the 48-yard line. Looked like a sand wedge shot that time with a little backspin on it as the football went back a couple of yards in favor of the Dragons. 1:02 to play in the half. Dragons get the football at their own 48-yard line. Let's get another stop, guys. Ferranto, their quarterback, looks to the sideline, gets the play call. They're out of timeouts. You might see them throw it around. So far, the Indians, we haven't seen many teams try to pass on the Indians this year. They have pretty much been facing runs and power runs most of the season. Ferranto now with some blocking backs and a tailback behind him, gives it to his tailback. He slips out of the first tackle into Indian territory. Roth with a carry will gain about 4 yards on first down. Again, they're out of timeouts. .45 seconds to play in the half. 2nd and 6 as the Dragons up to the line of scrimmage. They'll put the blocking backs to the left side. Now they bring them to the right side. Ferranto sends his back out of the backfield. You got to watch that cat. And they'll throw it down the sideline. And overthrown for the receiver. And it's incomplete. 22 seconds to play in the half, and it's 3rd and 6 Dragons. So 3rd and 6 for the Dragons coming up. Now they'll have an empty backfield. 4 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. They need 6 yards, but they're going for it all, and the lineman moves, and that'll back them up. Now it'll be 3rd and 11 for the Dragons, back into their own territory at their own 47. 22 seconds to play in the half. Procedure penalty. A couple of linemen stepped up that time. And the 3rd and 11. Again, 4 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Single coverage on the far side, and again, whistles will blow, and Kennett will take a timeout. We're going to take a 30-second break and be back with this 3rd and 11 play right after this.
The human body is capable of the extraordinary. As well as the not so extraordinary. No matter your skill, restore your peak performance with the Orthodox, a dream team of orthopedic surgery. Get back in the game with the Orthodox at NEA Baptist.
Thanks to Coach McBroom. He's getting me a fresh roster. They had some number changes. Antonio Flakes is now 88. So thank you, Coach. He was 33, and I can make a 33 into an 88 very easily. So Antonio, a tight end. 88's a better tight end number anyway, don't you think? So Antonio now 88, and he had that reception earlier. So thank you, Coach McBroom, for getting that mystery solved for us here in the press box. 22 seconds to play in the half. 3rd and 11 for the Dragons from their own 47-yard line. Out of the shotgun for Ronto. Twins left and right, and they send a motion man left to right, and then a little flea flicker, and they'll throw it back to the quarterback. He has it, but the Indians trip him up, and a great defensive play by Kennett to come over and make the tackle. Well, that time, Downey, I think, was in on the tackle, and that was a big, big tackle, and the clock will tick down to 0, and that'll send them to the locker room. 12-0, couple of touchdowns for St. Jan in the first half. And the Indians will kick it away to the Dragons when we start the second half. We'll take our first halftime break, come back. We have some trivia coming your way this halftime, and we'll have some fun as we talk about the first half of action here at St. Genevieve. Currently, the rain has stopped falling, thank goodness, and they go to the locker room. We'll be back with Kennett Indian halftime show right after this.
Good luck to all area teams from Danny Glass, your Pemiscot-Dunklin Electric Co-op Director for District 1. Danny Glass knows that participating in high school sports plays a huge role in developing the leaders of tomorrow. That's why Danny Glass is glad to help boost high school sports in this area as a sports booster. Again, good luck to all area high school teams from Danny Glass, your Pemiscot-Dunklin Electric Co-op Director for District 1.
Fall is here, and it's the perfect time to hit the greens at the Kennett Country Club. Our course is in fantastic condition. Grab your clubs and enjoy a round of golf with us. We're open to green fee players and offer convenient cart rentals. Plus, now is the ideal time to ask about the exciting membership specials. Don't miss the 9-hole night golf tournament on October 5th. Swing by the Kennett Country Club and experience golf at its finest this fall.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
Now is the time to get your air conditioner serviced for the warm days ahead. Let the experienced techs at Duncan Sheet Metal replace that old unit with a new high-efficiency unit to stay more comfortable during the upcoming warmer months. A new high-efficiency unit will pay for itself with the big savings you see on your utility bill. Turn to the experts at Duncan Sheet Metal today for service and installation. 601 Highway VV in Kennett.
Duncan Sheet Metal wishes Caleb Duncan and the entire Kennett Indian baseball team the best of luck this season.
Hi, Kennett Indian fans. This is Stephanie Pierce with Dubs Clothing at 709 First Street in Kennett, Missouri. Here at Dubs, we value connection to our community by offering a variety of quality men's and children's clothing, accessories, and grooming products. You can also find accessories and gift items for the ladies. Nothing speaks connection to the community like Kennett Indian football. And here at Dubs Clothing, we are all in. Wishing all athletes and coaches a safe and successful season. Roll Tribe.
Senator Jason Bean is proud to represent Southeast Missouri and the Boot Hill in the Missouri Senate, fighting for strong rural communities, advancing common-sense conservative policies, and standing up for personal property rights are Jason Bean's priorities for the 25th District. High school athletics is a positive avenue for our student athletes to build character, compete, and grow. Senator Jason Bean wishes all our student athletes and coaches a successful season. Paid for by JasonBeanForSenate.com, Lana Logan Temple's treasurer.
When your child is sick, you want a pediatrician you can trust. Dr. Andrew Beach has been serving the Kennett and surrounding communities for over 20 years. Dr. Beach provides preventative, chronic, and acute medical care for children from birth to 21 years of age. He is now accepting new pediatric patients. Call today to schedule an appointment for your child with Dr. Beach at 888-0001. 888-0001.
Hi, I'm Dr. Andrew Beach, and on behalf of Kennett Pediatrics, we proudly support our Kennett Indians.
At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we know that the days of parking your equipment in the shed after a long harvest and taking it easy for a while no longer exist. The business of farming is much more complex. We've been in the ag lending business for over 100 years, and we are ready to help your operation reach its best potential. We've got the loan and crop insurance products and the experience right here ready to serve you. We are your ag lender.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Contact Matthew Poole or Nathan Creed at 888-6624.
We're back at half, 12-0. Dragons with a lead over Kennett, as Kennett got the opening kickoff after the Dragons won the coin toss, deferred to the second half. Dragons scored after Kennett went 3 and out on their first offensive possession, and that put the Indians behind the 8-ball 6-0. But the Indians with some bright spots in the half, but again they couldn't get it in the end zone. Had it in the red zone, but it just not able to get it in the end zone. Hopefully that will all change around in the second half, but the Dragons will get the football first. A couple of two-point conversion tries went awry. One was actually an extra point attempt. They were trying to kick it in a bad snap, and then they went for the two-point conversion and good defensive play by the Indians. Indians have made some good defensive plays. Screen pass has really been the nemesis in the first half for the Indians, even though they had given up some big plays to St. Gen. They've also made some very impressive plays. Ty Jones getting the start. I mentioned that Caleb Duncan was injured. We didn't want to announce that before the game time, but the senior quarterback out, and certainly a blow when Caleb not able to be out there. But Ty Jones moving under center has really played courageously tonight in very, very tough conditions. Also, Landon Decker, a big loss, as Landon, one of the senior leaders on the team. He was one of the big men up front, both on the offensive and defensive lines, so other guys have to step in. Nelson Felix, I think he is also out tonight. I haven't been able to see him along the sideline, but he was doubtful for tonight's game, and it's 12-0 St. Gen. We need to get a stop, get the football, and let's get a score and get a little momentum, as we still have a half of football remaining, have lots of scores coming in this evening. As Amani working hard back in the studios, we've had a lot of messages on our live stream as we're coming to you on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and also KTMO TV on the KTMO.com website. Just hit the drop-down box. We have 3 games going on tonight. We're going to tell you about those scores. Also going to tell you about a lot of other scores as our halftime show continues. And remember, folks, I have a trivia question, maybe 2. I may throw you a little curveball tonight. We'll have a couple of trivia questions. Daryl Wilcoxon a little under weather this weekend. Daryl will be back next week. I know Daryl will be there at Kelly next week as the Indians take on the Hawks. And speaking of Kelly, they had to go all the way to Rolla to play tonight. So maybe they'll still be tired next Friday. when the Indians have to travel up to Kelly. Indians on the road for 3 in a row. St. Gen this week, Kelly next week, and then East Prairie in the third week on the road. So the road trip continues for the next 2 weeks after this one to St. Gen, and the Indians in the locker room, and the fog goes across the field on this Friday the 13th, and the Dragons lead 12-0. We'll take a halftime break, be back with more. We'll check local scores around the area when the Kennett Indian halftime show continues after this.
At American Elite Realty, your business is appreciated. They are locally owned and support the communities you live in. Their professional agents can help you find your new home or commercial property. They work closely with your lender to make the buying process easy. Contact a professional agent at 573-888-5373 or view their listings at AmericanEliteRealty.com. Tina Privet, broker, an equal housing opportunity company.
American Elite Realty is proud to support the Kennett Indians and wishes them a successful season.
At Todd and Atwill LLP in Kennett, your situation matters. They understand that unfortunate circumstances arise and are here to provide the legal services you need with integrity and care. Partnering attorneys Darren Todd and Lee Atwill are committed to providing the best legal representation possible. They specialize in personal injury, criminal defense, social security disability, bankruptcies, and more. Visit toddatwill.com for more information. Todd and Atwill LLP, proud to support the Kennett Indians.
Hi, this is Judith Davis with Southeast Missouri State University in Kennett. Whether you're a new high school graduate or a non-traditional student, you'll feel right at home at our regional campus. We offer affordable options where you can earn your 4-year degree in psychology, agribusiness, education, or business. Call today to speak to our advisor about scholarships and financial aid, or visit us at 1230 First Street in Kennett or online at cmo.edu. That's cmo.edu. CMO, your university, your hometown.
Perry Jones, Tad Jones at St. Genevieve here at the half. Hey, I mentioned we're going to have a little trivia contest for you, and just leave us a message on Facebook, and the correct winners will be in a drawing for St. Louis Cardinal bobblehead. We may even have a couple of those to give away. So let's start it off with the St. Louis Cardinal trivia question, and it's recent trivia, folks. Last night, the Cardinals had another newcomer up playing on their team for the last couple of games. This newcomer got his first major league hit. In his next at bat, he drove in his first major league run, and he also made several great plays in the field. I will not throw your answer out if you spell it incorrectly. So give me the name of the Cardinal player that I'm referring to. And you can put your messages on Facebook. And I'm going to have one more. Maybe you're not a Cardinal fan, but I'm going to give you one more. And this is more Kennett trivia. How about Kennett Indian trivia? What year did my sidekick, Daryl Wilcoxon, graduate from Kennett High School? The year that Daryl graduated from Kennett. Tad said 1920. So you guys can take it. Daryl, you can take that out on Tad next week at Kelly. Incorrect answer, 1920. It's not 1920. What year did Daryl graduate? So if you're a Cardinal fan, you know the answer. That'll put you in our bobblehead drawing. And Daryl, even if you want to play, if you remember what year you graduated, we'll let you get in on it since you're not on our broadcast tonight. But we're at the half. Monty has been working hard. He's got us a lot of scores. So let's go over and look at some of the scores going on right now. Well, the Hayti Indians went to Scott City tonight, and it's going to be a big Scott City victory. It is 52-0. Scott City over Hayti, so that'll be a turbo clock event in the second half. East Prairie, our opponent in 2 weeks, leads Chaffee 14-0. Dennis Nail gets it correct. Thank you, Dennis. You're in the drawing. Let us know what year Daryl Wilcoxon graduated, or the youngster that came up playing for the Cardinals from AAA Memphis. They got his first major league hit and his first major league RBI in last night's game. That's the second Cardinal trivia question. Daryl Wilcoxon has it correct on the Daryl Wilcoxon trivia question. Other scores, Caruthersville playing Carlisle, Illinois, and the Tigers up 21-6. Tigers trying to go to 3-0 on the season. Perryville leading St. Vincent 13-0. so far. Poplar Bluff in a good one over Poplar Bluff, 8-7 at last report. Valley Catholic leading Potosi 28-0. Potosi, one of our district opponents. Speaking of Cardinals, Toronto 3, Cardinals 2, our last report. And Portageville, what did you say Portageville scored? 21-6? We're going to check on the Portageville score, as the last one I had was 14-0. 14-0. Portageville leads Confluence Prep Academy. Hey, we want to remind you, sports fans, tomorrow we're going to have a big college football game on Sports Radio KMIS, AM 1050, 103.9 FM, and also on KCRV FM Mizzou. The number 6 ranked Mizzou Tigers will take on Boston College. I think they're ranked 24 in the nation. The only 2 ranked teams playing tomorrow, and that will be up in Columbia, and we're going to have the broadcast for you. Mizzou and Boston College tomorrow. Be sure to tune in to our broadcast for that. We also have the broadcast home, let me mention, of Kansas City Chiefs football on Sports Radio KMIS, and also Blues hockey on Sports Radio KMIS, and of course your Cardinal station, as we have been for many years on 106.5 KTMO The Wolf. Answers coming in on our trivia question. We're still at the halftime, and it's 12-0. St. Genevieve will take another halftime break. Be back with more as our halftime show continues right after this.
At Harris Pharmacy, you can get all of your prescriptions in one stop, and we'll even remind you when it's time to get a refill with our MedSync and Refill Reminder programs. Hi, this is Darren with Harris Pharmacy. Stop by today at 1224 1st Street in Kennett for your over-the-counter and prescription needs. You can come through the drive-thru, or we deliver for free inside the city limits of Kennett. We also offer flu, shingles, and pneumonia vaccines. Come see us today at Harris Pharmacy in Kennett. Good luck, Indians.
Hey, this is Daryl Wilcoxon with Wilcoxon's Home Place on the South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. We're getting new products in every week and would like to help you make your place a show place. Living room suites, recliners, including lift chairs, bedroom suites, mattress sets with adjustable bases, appliances, and TVs. We have several payment options available. Come see us at Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, 901 South Bypass in Kennett, Missouri. A family furniture tradition for over 70 years.
Baker Implement Company and Case IH are proud to support area high school athletics the same way we've supported our customers in the community for 85 years. Visit any of our 13 locations in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas to experience the power of red and the service and support that has kept customers coming back since 1938. Case IH and Baker Implement Company, supporting our community on the football field and in your field.
Big news from Kennett Bowling Lanes. Our skating rink and laser tag building are on the way. Adult fall leagues are forming now, and in November, kids can join our youth league and enjoy half-price practice games throughout the season. New party packages are coming soon, perfect for any celebration. Don't forget our daily food and drink specials and the newly improved Chiefs Club Dining Room, open daily at 11. Family night is every Wednesday with free bowling for kids 18 and under. Exciting stuff is happening at Kennett Bowling Lanes, where the fun never ends.
Come see Grace and Glow at the corner of Tico and 1st Street in Kennett. They offer 24-hour access tanning, so you can tan when you want to tan. Just $55 a month gets you unlimited tanning or single sessions for $8. They also offer the most popular weight loss shots, semaglutide and tirzepatide, plus Botox and Dysport shots, along with fillers to make you look your best. Be sure to visit their great boutique. That's Grace and Glow at the corner of Tico and 1st Street in Kennett.
Perry Jones, Tad Jones back at St. Genevieve. Both teams back out on the field as we get set for the second half. The fog continues to kind of drift across the field. I'm not going to say what I just saw flash across the way and to the right, because we have made very good progress in the first half, and I hope nobody else saw what just flashed, but that's a long way away, so you guys don't be concerned. It was a cell phone tower flashing. Now, Daryl, I wanted to correct something because Tad guessed you graduated in 1920, which I did say was incorrect. But then we have to point out that even in the year that is correct, you still have a lot more hair than Tad has at this point. Even though his is a little darker than yours, you still got a good head of hair. So we got a lot of people answering correctly on Daryl's year of graduation, you Kennett Indian fans, and my sidekick up in the booth. And also a lot of folks correct on the Kennett Indian, or not the Kennett Indian, St. Louis Cardinals infielder that was called up, got his first hit last night, his first RBI in the major leagues, and it was great to see his dad there. And after he had been there a couple of previous games, and finally got that big hit, and then he got an RBI. So that's what it's all about. There's a lot of work and effort. Anytime you even play high school football or baseball or basketball, it takes a lot of effort. But when you get on out and play in college, and especially if you make it to the pro ranks and make it to the big show, you have put in a lot and lots of hours. And I'll tell you, a lot of times you need to give the parents a lot of credit, because just these guys out on the field, how many hours that their parents have spent either going to games or taking them to practice until they could do it on their own. And same with basketball. I know Coach McBroom would say the same, but these guys play basketball all summer, and they travel around, and they're in the gym, and couldn't happen without some great parents to kind of push these guys. Indians, with the fog creeping over the field here at St. Genevieve, finishing their warm-ups. The Dragons coming back out on the field. They'll have their warm-ups, and we are just a few minutes away from the start of the second half. Great to have you along. Lots and lots of listeners tuning in. Hey, I want to tell you one location. You can check out the scores and the broadcast of all of our games that we're carrying tonight. Of course, we're at ktmoradio.com. That's the website. And if you look up at the top of the website, you'll see a tab that says KTMO TV. If you click there, you'll see our broadcast. You'll also see the Caruthersville broadcast as they play host to Carlisle, Illinois. And you'll see our Portageville broadcast as they host Confluence Prep tonight. And Caruthersville and Portageville winning. We'll keep you up to date on those scores. And here at St. Gen, the Indians trail 12-0, and the Dragons get the football. Tell you what, this fog's getting thick, Tad, as you can, if you're watching our live stream. Earlier it was rain. It was raining so hard you couldn't hardly see, and now the fog's starting to move in. We're going to take our final halftime break. 2-minute break. We're going to be back as the Dragons get the football as we start the third quarter. They lead 12-0. Back after this.
At Sonic Drive-In in Kennett, our priority isn't just great service, it's great experiences. Whether you're coming for a cherry limeade on your lunch break or picking up shakes with your team after a big win, we're ready for you. Want a burger for breakfast or breakfast for dinner? No problem. We serve our full menu all day long, delivered with a smile. This is how we Sonic. Order through the Sonic app and get half-price drinks and slushes all day long. Open till midnight. Sonic Drive-In, 1101 1st Street in Kennett.
Looking for a reliable, lightning-fast internet service that doesn't break the bank? Kennett Board of Public Works is here with their fiber optic internet service, starting at just $29.95 a month, with speeds up to 1 gigabit per second. And the best part? Kennett Board of Public Works is your local provider, committed to serving the community with top-notch customer service and a network you can count on. Experience the power of fiber optics. Sign up now and revolutionize your internet experience with Kennett Board of Public Works Internet Service.
Here is a little reminder from your friends at Peltz Title. When it's time to buy property, sell some property, or refinance a loan that involves property, don't forget those parts of the transaction that absolutely have to be done right. The preparation for closing and the closing itself. If you are a buyer, you want the confidence that title insurance from Peltz Title will give you. Are you the seller? You need to be sure that the promised proceeds are where they are supposed to be. Request Peltz and let the experts at Peltz Title close your deal.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wayne. I'd like to invite you to Wayne Chiropractic. Come on in.
Hi, I'm Melissa Morgan. When you're ready to schedule an appointment, just call Wayne Chiropractic.
Soy Gabriela García. Síganme y el Dr. Wayne los ayudará a estar mejor.
Wayne Chiropractic offers DOT, sports, school, and pre-employment physicals and now accepts Medicaid. Learn more at KenmoChiro.com or stop by Wayne Chiropractic at 913 St. Francis Street in Kennett. KenmoChiro.com.
All right, Football fans, buckle your seatbelts as we're about to get underway in the second half. Indians will kick it away to the Dragons as the ball is in the air. A short kick over the front line, picked up on a hop at about the 32, and whoa, there's a big seam. They're off to the races, and the Dragons are going to put points on the board with a kickoff return into the end zone. Not the way we wanted to start. Looking for Laundry, and I don't see any on the field, and the Dragons with a kickoff return that went about 75 yards on that return, I believe. 11:50 to go here in the third quarter, and that one was a Sunday hop, and the return man caught it in full stride, and he found a seam, and he was off to the races. This time, the Dragons will try to boot it through the uprights. They had to burn a couple of timeouts on the extra point tries that failed in the first half. They're going to try to make it 19-0. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is up, and it is good. 19-0 Dragons, just underway third quarter. Indians get it when we return right after this.
At McDonald's, we're passionate about our food. From adding more balanced options to our Happy Meals to serving up fresh beef Quarter Pounder burgers cooked when you order, we're always finding ways to show our commitment to our customers and our food. Download the McDonald's app to get access to exclusive deals, order ahead and pass the line, and join My McDonald's Rewards to earn points to redeem for free McDonald's. Stop in today. McDonald's, a proud supporter of the Kennett Indians.
Let's see if the Indians can get a big return and maybe punch one into the end zone. It's 19-0 Dragons, just underway in the third quarter. St. John won the coin toss. They deferred to the second half, and that looks like the right call for St. John as they stop the Indians on their first possession after deferring, and then they return the kickoff for a touchdown to start the third. They'll squib this one along the turf, and this one's bouncing crazy. Picked up by the Indians at the 25. Now reversing their field, and they'll get out to about the 27 on the return. Not much running room there for the Indians. So Corey Ray with the return, the senior. And the Indians will take over 1st and 10 from their own 27. 11:43 to go third quarter, just underway, 19-0. Kickoff return by the Dragons. The rain has stopped. It didn't rain during the halftime, and according to our in-booth weather forecaster, Tad Jones, he thinks we're going to be in the clear the rest of the way. We hope so. Let's get some points on the board, fellas. 3 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left, and Jones looks to pass. Quarterback draw. Jones is going to run it, and he slides down across the 30 out to about the 32-yard line. That time the junior quarterback, Jones, just read the opening and picks up positive yardage, about 5 on first down. Gets out to the 32. That time out of the shotgun. We saw him under center when it was raining most of the first half, and that time a little more conventional set for the Kennett Indians. And for years and years, they've pretty much been out of the shotgun, even on short yardage situations. But I understand why he was under center in the first half, because our conditions were horrible. Fonda, the running back, to the left of the quarterback on 2nd and 5, and they'll throw a screen pass left side. Pass is complete. Slipping past one tackle, and the first down across the 40 to the 42. And Carson Manley with a catch, and that'll move the chains. Good pass play. Ty Jones to Carson Manley. 43-yard line of Kennett will be the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 Indians. There you go. Manley with a nice run. He's a 6-foot, 170-pound junior for the Indians. Indians again will send receivers left and right. Jones, the quarterback, running back behind him on 1st and 10. Jones will roll right, has some protection, looks downfield, throws downfield, overthrows, flakes his receiver, and incomplete. He had Antonio out there and just overthrew him a bit. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Indians from the 43. 10:25 to play here in the third quarter. Indians tried to get a little spark, trying to get some points. 1 touchdown scored in that Portageville game. They were shut out against Paragould last week and shut down in the first half here tonight. Let's get a little confidence with this offense. We can get it in the end zone. Bond to the running back, twin receivers left and right for Jones, who has the snap. Now he's going to be pressured, tries to escape the pressure, and not going to be able to do it, and that's a big, big loss. Dragons will drag him down at about the 34-yard line. And it'll be 3rd and long for the Indians. Lots of green jerseys coming at Ty Jones that time. You know, looking back on the history of this series, I think the Indians have won the last 8 meetings against St. Gen, but they're going to have to overcome a 3rd and long here and overcome a 19-0 deficit on the scoreboard. Quarterback Jones out of the shotgun with those bright yellow shoes. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Now he steps up, and he had a receiver. Now he's scrambling left. He's in trouble. Throws it down the field and incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. Had a man, but Jones kind of hesitated. You know, the coaches down the booth from us really wanted him to release that one early, but he had a man breaking open, and then the Dragons closed in, and he had to scramble and throws incomplete. That's 4th down now for the Indians. 17 yards to pick up the first. Football at the Indians' 36-yard line, and they'll have to punt it away once again. Quarterback Ty Jones has been doing the punting, and he has a back to his right. Now he will back up just a couple of steps. Jones gets the snap, and they bring pressure, but Jones gets it away. And this one's going to take an Indian bounce at the 30 down to the 20-yard line. Good punt that time by the junior quarterback Ty Jones. It's the yellow shoes. That nice punt for Jones. So 80 yards away are the Dragons. Let's get a stop. 19-0. Dragons with a lead. 9:21 to play in the third quarter. Luke Ferranto, their quarterback, brings their offense back out on the field. Been a pleasant night for football other than the rain. Temperatures have been in the low 70s. Not much wind here in St. Genevieve tonight, but we've had a lot of rain in the first half and a lot of rain in the pregame. Again, they stack the backs in the backfield. Ferranto, the quarterback, gets the snap. He follows those backs to the left side and tries to turn the corner, and he does. Down the sideline, nice gain on first down, as he's going to get real close to 10 yards on that play, and that will move the chains. 1st and 10. Ferranto just follow those blockers, very similar to what we saw Portageville do in the second half and what we saw Paragould do their entire ball game against the Kennett Indians. Dragons back up to the line of scrimmage. Ferranto sends 2 receivers to the right side, a couple of backs in the backfield. Now Owen Roth in motion. Little inside pitch to the back, and he'll break a tackle. Now he's on the loose. Kevin Thompson tries to strip him from behind. Finally drags him down, but Big Kev got him down, but not before they pick up another first down out to the 47-yard line. Kevin was swiping from behind, trying to come down on that football and knock it loose, but Roth was able to hang on in a big gain. Dragons approaching midfield, just under 9 minutes to play third quarter. Swigert comes on with a play call. He will move out to a slot to the left side. Ferranto still the quarterback, and he'll have a couple of blockers to the right side of that line. Swigert in motion. He goes out to the right, and they throw that screen pass back to the left, and this time it's incomplete. Had a little pressure on the quarterback that time. Good job by the Indians, bringing pressure right up the middle. That's Christopher Martin. He's a junior, and he was That time forced the quarterback, Ferranto, to throw it a little early. 2nd and 10. 8:29 to play, third quarter. 19-0. Dragons with a lead. Single receiver to the left. 4 blockers shift over to the left side of the line. The quarterback will keep it, and he'll roll left. He's looking to run. He steps up, now has good yardage. Blockers in front will step out of bounds, and that'll be another first down at the 39 of Kennett. Boy, they get those 4 blockers out there, and the quarterback just follows those blockers, and he was off to the loose for a nice gain over the left side. "39-yard line, the line of scrimmage, and a 1st and 10. Single receiver to the left, and those backs are stacked to the left side of the line with a running back behind the quarterback who will give it to the running back, moving straight forward. Swigert stood up, and virtually no gain on that play. May give him a yard forward progress. A 2nd and about 9.5 after a nice defensive stop by the Indians. Dragons look to the sideline. Coach Jay Pope, their coach, done a great job with the Dragons. As in recent years, with Valley Catholic being in the same town, Valley Catholic has got most of the football notoriety in this community. But the Dragons, pretty good ball club, and they'll run the little reverse left side, and they get around the corner, and we're going to have this one's going to come back. We have a hold on the corner. This one's going to come back as they'll get into the end zone, but with the aid of a hold on the corner. We had that a lot. I think, honestly, we could have had a hold called on that screen pass that they ran about 3 times. So this will bring them back as a hold on the corner. Will negate the touchdown score. 7:30 to play, third quarter. Indians need a stop. They are down 3 scores, 19-0. They'll step this one off. The football will be at the 47 of Kennett. After the penalty, it'll be 2nd and 18 for the Dragons. They're going to send 4 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. So they're going to spread things out on 2nd and 18. Just into Indian territory, and Ferranto, the quarterback. Let's get some pressure on this guy. Get us a turnover. He looks to throw and throws over the middle. Pass is complete. A short gain, maybe about 5 yards on the play, and the Indians were there quickly with a tackle. Cruz Duffel that time with a tackle. Cruz, just a freshman. You know, we talk about the youngsters on this ball club as a lot of these guys should be playing the JV games exclusively. But they're having to get out and play varsity as well for the Indians. After that pickup, it's 3rd and 14. Dragons at the 43 of Kennett. Again, the quarterback has it, has some protection. Now the Indians bring the heat along the sideline, throw it out of bounds as it's incomplete. They brought some heat on him that time, and he had to throw it away, so that'll bring up 4th down and 14 for the Dragons. Now the officials will stop the action over here. Quarterback was run out of bounds. I hope we didn't have a flag over here on the sideline. Maybe they're going to say, nope, no flag. He didn't have a receiver in the area, but he threw it past the line of scrimmage and down the sideline and out of bounds. Now 4th and long, it looks like the Dragons have no intention of punting this ball away. Just into Indian territory. Now the quarterback will step back a couple of steps, and he will punt it away. Good punt. Nobody back for the Indians. It rolls inside the 5, and the Indians get a break as it rolls into the end zone. So we got a couple of quarterbacks that's also doing the punting in this ball game, and Kennett will get a stop and get the football back. 7:08 to play, third quarter, trailing 19-0.
At Glen Sane, we are now getting Chevrolet Silverado inventory to prove to our customers we can save them money. We've been one of the largest GM dealers in the area for many years, but we know we've been missing Chevrolet customers. We're serious about selling Chevrolets. We don't add packages or dock fees, just low prices. Listen to me on this. Save money and you get the Glen Sane service at any of our 3 locations. Glen Sane, and God bless our troops.
Indians 1st and 10 on their own 20. Jones out of the shotgun, running back to his left. Twin receivers left and right. Jones had the snap go through his hands, and he falls on it back inside the 10. Well, a negative play, and it's going to be 2nd and long for the Indians. Deep in their own territory. Luckily, the junior quarterback fell on that one. So the Indians have kept it, but they've had some center quarterback exchange difficulties. And, of course, Jones playing quarterback for the first time this season. Lots of experience in the previous 2 years at that position. And here come the Indians. And a timeout is called. 6:33 as Coach Webster makes his way out on the field. Line of scrimmage is the 10. They need 20 yards to move the chains, and it's 2nd and 20 when we return with Kennett Indian football right after this.
The human body is capable of the extraordinary. As well as the not so extraordinary. No matter your skill, restore your peak performance with the Orthodox, a dream team of orthopedic surgery. Get back in the game with the Orthodox at NEA Baptist.
Jim Bollinger and Sons on Independence Avenue in Kennett. They do it all, heating and cooling, electrical work and plumbing. Offices in Kennett and Dexter. Give them a call, 573-888-3687, serving southeast Missouri and northeast Arkansas. Indians took the timeout, this first of the second half, 6:33 to play, third quarter. After the forcing the San Genevieve punt that went into the end zone, a snap that got past Jones, the quarterback, on first down, ended up with a loss of 10. So they have the football at their own 10. They have to get to the 30 to move the chains. 2nd down and 20 for the Indians. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. A back in the backfield to the right of Jones is Nick Fonda. 2nd and 20, and Jones looks to throw, steps up, looks downfield, throws downfield, receiver open. That's a gain of 20. What a hookup along the sideline. The pass is complete to Carson Manley, the junior. Way to go, Carson. Good pass, Ty Jones. That's what we wanted to see. Boy, he put it right on the money. Gain of 20, and that will be a Kennett Indian first down. Football right at the 30. 6:26 showing on the scoreboard clock here in the third quarter. Again, twin receivers left and right. Jones out of the shotgun. Has a back to his left. And he'll hand it off to that back, and that is Fonda, who has very little running room. And he fights forward, pushing the pile forward out to about the 33. Before the whistles finally blow. Saw something come out of the pack there. A helmet came out of the pack that time. Saw something fly out of the pack, and that was Fonda's helmet. But Nick held on to the football, more importantly. I thought it might have been the football that came out of there, but there's an injured Dragon out there. Looks like it may be a cramp. Looks like they're trying to stretch the player out. 6:18 to play, third quarter. Haven't seen any cramps until this one here this evening, and now the player is okay. Well, Nick Fonda will come out of the football game after losing his helmet on that last play. And there was a penalty. That's going to be a personal foul penalty against the Dragons. I didn't see the flag, but evidently the helmet came off because somebody grabbed it. Fonda got the helmet, picked up 3 yards, and now the Indians get 15 more out to the 49-yard line of Kennett. 6:18 to play, third quarter. Let's keep this drive up. Jones, the junior quarterback, out of the shotgun. Now Hollywood, I believe, is the back in the backfield. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Jones looks to throw, throws left, and through the hands of Flakes and incomplete. Antonio 6'2", 205, the sophomore. That one was incomplete. Second and 10, just shy of midfield. Indians with this drive trying to cut into this 19-0 lead for the Dragons. Again, a couple of trivia questions that you can send us a message if you're watching on Facebook for a drawing. Correct winners will be in a drawing for a St. Louis Cardinal bobblehead. We will message the winner and get your bobblehead to you. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, and Indians throw left, and pass is complete for no gain. Boy, coverage right there for no gain, and that will bring up 3rd and 10 for the Indians. Just under 5 minutes to play here in this football game. Now the officials will take a timeout. Indians come to the sideline, so let's take one as well. 5:55 to play, 3rd quarter, under the 6-minute break. Back with more right after this.
Good luck to all area teams from Danny Glass, your Pemiscot-Dunklin Electric Co-op Director for District 1. Danny Glass knows that participating in high school sports plays a huge role in developing the leaders of tomorrow. That's why Danny Glass is glad to help boost high school sports in this area as a sports booster. Again, good luck to all area high school teams from Danny Glass, your Pemiscot-Dunklin Electric Co-op Director for District 1.
Fall is here, and it's the perfect time to hit the greens at the Kennett Country Club. Our course is in fantastic condition. Grab your clubs and enjoy a round of golf with us. We're open to green fee players and offer convenient cart rentals. Plus, now is the ideal time to ask about the exciting membership specials. Don't miss the 9-hole night golf tournament on October 5th. Swing by the Kennett Country Club and experience golf at its finest this fall.
2nd and 10 for the Indians after the under 6 timeout as Jones looks to throw. Has a man down the sideline. Pass complete. No, it's dropped. Oh, the Indians had a receiver. Oh, had a man open, streaking down the sideline. Jones put it in a good position, but the Indians couldn't hold on. That brings up 4th down for Kennett. No issues here about going for this on 4th down, just shy of midfield. Down 19-0. Beautiful pass from Jones. And that should have been a big, big gain. But as it is, incomplete. 3 receivers go left, 2 to the right. Empty backfield and by his lonesome with the yellow shoes. Ty Jones, the quarterback, needs 10 yards on 4th down. Here comes the heat. He rolls right, throws down the right sideline. Man is there, and the pass is tipped away. No flags, and the Dragons will take over. Again, a pretty good pass by Jones. Put it right there, but pretty good defender right there to tip it away for the Dragons. The Dragons take over at the Kennett 49-yard line. 5:32 to play, 3rd quarter. Good to have you along this evening. Kennett Indian football coming your way from St. Genevieve. Next week we're at Kelly as the 3-game road trip continues. Bottom of the 9th. Are you surprised? Cardinals and Toronto tied at 3 apiece. And I think the Indians were offside on 1st and 10. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. It'll be a 1st and 5 now for the Dragons. Football at the Kennett 44. 19-0. Dragons over the Indians. Indians got a big stop on the last Dragons possession. See if we can do it again here, but they have a short field. Inside handoff. The running back has a lot of room. That's the shifty runner. Schweigert slips out of a couple of tackles, gets inside the 30, down to about the 28-yard line. 5'8". I think sometimes he gets through that line of scrimmage, but that low center of gravity He goes 180 pounds, and that time slipped through a couple of tackles. 1st and 10, Dragons at the 28-yard line of Kennett. They'll send 3 receivers to the near side. Still 18 seconds on the play clock. Ferranto out of the shotgun, back to his right, and that's Swigert, but the quarterback's going to keep it. He's going right, and he has lots of running room. Boy, that was an obvious hold on the corner, and there's the flag coming in. Oh, they wrapped up the defender on the corner, and that will bring back the game. The flag was right about 11 yards downfield, so it may still be a gain of 1 on the play after they sort through all of this. The football down at the 17-yard line. Now they'll back it up 10 yards. And they'll spot it at the 26. So that's where the Dragons will have it. Now they put it at the 27 after they get their steps correct. 1st and 9 after the holding penalty. Ferranto, the quarterback, has a back to his right. This time it's Roth, and Roth gets the carry, and the Indians will stand him up, but the pile keeps moving in favor of the Dragons, 2 or 3 or 4 extra yards. Well, like nothing was going to be there, and Roth just kept getting pushed down toward the goal line. It ends up being a gain of 4, 2nd and 5 for the Dragons. Clock at 4 minutes to play here in the third quarter, 19-0, San Genevieve. Couple of backs in the backfield, couple of receivers to the left side, and a tight end over on the left side. Indians tackle the running back, and another hold is going to come in here late after the ball carry, as the quarterback kept it. Patterson made the tackle, but another hold against San Genevieve will back them up. Well, the Indians need to get a stop here. They've had some opportunities. They moved the football, had some nice pass plays from the junior quarterback, Ty Jones. Had a receiver drop a big pass play on the last series. After the penalty, football is back at the 33-yard line. Brings up 2nd down and about 14. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Ferranto, the quarterback. Waits the snap and has it. Throws a screen. Little receiver screen left side. The Indians are there. Good job. Short gain down to the 30. And the Indians were there for the tackle. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 12 for the Dragons. Indians make a substitution. Hunter comes into the ball game for the Indians defensively. 3rd and 12 for the Dragons from the 30. They're in 4-down territory from the Kennett 30. 2 receivers to the left. Man in the slot to the right side. The Indians jumped a little bit, but they didn't get into the neutral zone. Now the quarterback takes the snap, inside pitch, and they have some running room. Watch out. He cuts to the left. He's still on his feet, and he's down inside the 5. 1st and goal at the 1. Boy, it looked like they might have them all corralled around the line of scrimmage, but we have another hold. No, we don't have another hold this time. The official winds the clock, and that'll be a 1st and goal at the 1 for the Dragons. 2:27 clock running here in the third quarter. 19-0, San Genevieve. Dragons trying to improve to 2-1 on the season. Indians try to keep him out of the end zone. Quarterback will keep it. He runs left, tries to get around the corner, and the Indians, good job defensively, will push him out of bounds. They'll lose a couple of yards on the play, back to about the 3. That time good pressure on the corner by the Indians. Out of bounds. Ferranto, the quarterback, with 2:06 to play, third quarter. 2nd and goal from the 3. Receiver out to the near side, and they put those blockers back up on the left side of the line of scrimmage. Ferranto gets it, hands it to his fullback, or tailback that runs straight ahead and in the end zone for the score with 2:02 to play, third quarter. 25-0 Dragons with the touchdown. And it appears they're going to try to kick the extra point here. A couple of second half scores for the Dragons. Extra point try. Snap is down. The hold is down. And the kick is right through the uprights and good. 26-0 Dragons lead the Indians. Indians get it when we return right after this.
At First State Community Bank, we pride ourselves on our personal, friendly approach, and our commitment to the community makes us an effective business partner. That's why we're proud to announce that our efforts have earned us the title of Best In-State Bank for the state of Missouri, awarded by Forbes. We are incredibly grateful to our customers who allow us to be their trusted financial partner. Thank you for your confidence in FSCB and for this recognition as one of the best banks in the state. First State Community Bank. Success starts here. Member FDIC. Online at fscb.com.
26-0 our score. 2:02 to play, third quarter, and the Indians get it back. Couple of touchdowns for the Dragons in the first half. Now a couple here in the third quarter for the Dragons. Indians still trying to put some points on the board. They have been kept out of the end zone for a while. Did not score last week against Paragould and scored early in the ball game against Portageville. Here's a little squib kick by the Indians. It goes off one of the Indian players, and they try to fall on it, and it's loose. I don't know if the Indians could get on it, and I don't think they did. They just squibbed it over everybody's head, and the Dragons fall on it, and they'll have the football at the 31-yard line. Went off one of the Indians and took a crazy hop, and here comes the offense back out for the Dragons. They'll have it right at the Kennett 30. 1:56 to play, third quarter. A little pooch kick just got over the line, and one of the up men for Kennett hit it, and then it scooted past the second row of Kennett players, and there were 2 or 3 Dragon players after one Kennett player had an opportunity to fall on it, but it was the Dragons that came up with the football. 30 yards away from adding to their 26-0 lead are the Dragons. And Ferranto, the quarterback, with the back to his left, sends a motion man, and they'll hand it off to the tailback, moving straight ahead. Gain of 5 on first down. Owen Roth with the ball carrier for the Dragons. Just inside the 25. Second down, and we'll call it 5 yards to go. Dragons taking their time, 19 seconds on the play clock, and we're down to 1:20 to play here in the third quarter. 10 seconds on the play clock, and now the Dragons will break the huddle and move up to the line of scrimmage. 6 seconds on the play clock. Down to 4, 3, and they snap it with 2. This time Roth going left, gets around a tackle, but we're going to have another hold on the corner. Boy, they have held the Indians on the corner time and time again, and the officials this time again throw the flag. That'll back them up 10 yards on the play. It'll be second down and 15 after the penalties marked off. Good to have you along. Kennett Indian football coming your way on the radio on KBOA FM. Magic 105. Broadcast home for Kennett Indian football, and also on our streaming platforms, KTMO's Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and also KTMO TV on the KTMOradio.com website. We'll try try to keep you up to date on the Cardinals score. That ball game broadcast currently underway over on 106.5 KTMO The Wolf as they're top of the 10th and still tied 3-3. Another handoff right up the middle for the Dragons. Short gain this time. They'll gain about 2. That brings up third down. It'll be about 13 yards to go for the Dragons. We are down to 25 seconds to play in the third quarter. Dragons at this point, they're just wanting to keep that clock running. If they can add to their point total, they'll do it, but they don't have to snap the football, and we're going to go to the fourth quarter. 26-0 Dragons. They'll have a 3rd and 13 when we start the fourth quarter at St. Genevieve right after this.
Now is the time to get your air conditioner serviced for the warm days ahead. Let the experienced techs at Duncan Sheet Metal replace that old unit with a new high-efficiency unit to stay more comfortable during the upcoming warmer months. A new high-efficiency unit will pay for itself with the big savings you see on your utility bill. Turn to the experts at Duncan Sheet Metal today for service and installation. 601 Highway VV in Kennett.
Duncan Sheet Metal wishes Caleb Duncan and the entire Kennett Indian baseball team the best of luck this season.
Hi, Kennett Indian fans. This is Stephanie Pierce with Dubs Clothing at 709 First Street in Kennett, Missouri. Here at Dubs, we value connection to our community by offering a variety of quality men's and children's clothing, accessories, and grooming products. You can also find accessories and gift items for the ladies. Nothing speaks connection to the community like Kennett Indian football. And here at Dubs Clothing, we are all in. Wishing all athletes and coaches a safe and successful season. Roll Tribe.
Fourth quarter about to get underway here at St. Genevieve. 26-0 Dragons. And they have a 3rd and 13. The football at the Kennett 32-yard line. Indians trying to get a stop and get the football back, but the score getting out of hand here after the offense again has been shut out in this matchup. Indians came into the game on an average 3 points a ball game through 2 games. So far, nothing here in this one as they bring some heat, and they'll throw it in the flat, and the receiver had it go through his hands, incomplete. That brings up 4th down and 13 for St. Genevieve. Right at 9 o'clock, you're listening to our broadcast on our radio home for Kennett Indian Sports, KBOA FM, Piggott, Kennett. Good to have you along on our radio listeners. Also our live stream on the KTMO platforms, audio stream on KBOAradio.com, and the KBOA app on your smartphone. 4th down for the Dragons at the 32-yard line for the Indians, and they're going to have to, burn a timeout here. They'll talk it over before this 4th down play comes up, so we'll take another break. 26-0 Dragons, just underway 4th quarter. Back after this.
Senator Jason Bean is proud to represent Southeast Missouri and the Boot Heel in the Missouri Senate, fighting for strong rural communities, advancing common-sense conservative policies, and standing up for personal property rights are Jason Bean's priorities for the 25th District. High school athletics is a positive avenue for our student athletes to build character, compete, and grow. Senator Jason Bean wishes all our student athletes and coaches a successful season. Paid for by JasonBeanForSenate.com, Lana Logan Temple's treasurer.
4th and 12 coming up for the Dragons as they take the timeout. We're just underway in the 4th quarter, 26-0 St. Genevieve. Next Friday night, we'll be at Kelly. Darryl Wilcoxon, part of our trivia question for St. Louis Cardinal bobbleheads that we're going to have a drawing for all the correct answers. What year did my sidekick Darryl Wilcoxon graduate? If you know that, give us the answer. If you know the rookie that was called up that got his first Major League hit and first Major League RBI last night for the Cardinals, you can let us know that as well, and that'll put you in the drawing. If you know 2 correct answers, you're in the drawing twice. How about that? Pronto, the quarterback, awaits the snap, has it. They need 12 yards, and they throw what else but a screen pass. To the left, the pass is complete, but this time the Indians will knock him out of bounds. Swigert with a reception, but Indian defenders there that time to defend the screen pass. So they'll come up short, and the Indians will hold and take over on downs at about their 22-yard line. Boy, we just like you may not score 26 points in 11 minutes and 48 seconds, but just getting a score would be such a big momentum boost for the Indians. Great to have you along tonight, Kennett Indian football. Kennett Trust Bank, one of our great broadcast sponsors. We appreciate their support. First Street in Kennett, founded in 1963. Be sure to see them for all your banking needs. Kennett Trust Bank, member FDIC. Jones, the quarterback, twin receivers right and left, and a running back directly behind him. Jones rolls right and throws out in the flat. Has a receiver that slides but could not hang on, and it's incomplete. Zane Franklin, I believe, the intended receiver, right along the sideline. But he may have been out of bounds or he may have dropped the football. We couldn't see it from our angle. 2nd and 10 for the Indians. With the incomplete pass, the clock will stop with 11:43 to play, fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 23-yard line of Kennett. Now 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Again, Jones will go back under center on this play. Man in motion, left to right. Now Jones on 2nd and 10. Pitches to the back, Fonda, tries to get around the corner, and he's wrapped up and brought down for a loss. Fonda had company in the backfield, and the Dragon would not let go of Nick. And he'll be brought down at about the 13-yard line. Big loss on that play, and it's going to be 3rd and long for the Indians. Call it 3rd and 16. Deep in their own territory. Indians trailing 26-0. Trying to get a little spark offensively going here. The junior quarterback, Ty Jones. Again, out of the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. The running back is Fonda in the backfield, just to the right pocket of Ty Jones, the quarterback. Fakes the draw, now throws a screen pass of Kennett's own to the left. Fighting out to about the 25-yard line. Positive gain, but not first down yardage, and that's going to bring up 4th down for the Indians. They're going to need 8 to move the chains. And the football at the 25 of Kennett. 10.5 minutes to play in the football game. We'll see if the Indians punt this away deep in their own territory or try to pick up the 8 yards. 20 seconds on the play clock, and the Indians will break the huddle. Of course, for both teams, the quarterback has also been the punter. Ty Jones, with those bright yellow shoes, awaits the snap. And he backs up a couple of steps, so he appears to punt it away, and he does. Another high end-over-end kick, takes a high bounce and goes out of bounds at the 47-yard line of St. Genevieve. So the Dragons come back onto the field. They'll bring their offense on just inside of 10 minutes to play. Good to have you along. We're going to check all the scores immediately after the ball game. Carlisle, Illinois at Caruthersville tonight. Confluence Prep at Portageville. Those games that we're broadcasting on our sister stations. Also doing video streams for both of those ball games this evening. And we are at St. Genevieve. It's been a dry second half, but St. Gen has put more points on the board. Now Kennett facing the Dragons. 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line as they start this drive. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Man in motion right to left. They'll pitch it to the motion man. He'll step inside. He breaks the first tackle. Now Kennett will hem him up and bring him down for no gain. Good pursuit that time. Ethan Ottens, he's a junior with the carry, and the football right back on the line of scrimmage, the 48-yard line. 2nd and 10 for the Dragons. Clock is down to 9:30 to play in the ball game. Dragons break the huddle. They'll have 3 receivers out to the right side, 1 to the left. 2nd and 10, and again a motion man right to left. Inside pitch to the running back, and he fumbles it, and the Indians fall on the football. There's a turnover. Oh, they're going to say it's incomplete because it was a forward pitch, so it was incomplete, not a fumble. Big Kevin Thompson was there to fall on it, but as it is, it's incomplete in a 3rd and 10. Yep, that was a forward pitch. If they drop those, it's incomplete. If he would have took a couple of steps with the football, it would have been a fumble. But he never had control of it. 3rd and 10 from the 48-yard line of the Dragons. 3 receivers right. Back to the right of the quarterback. Tied in the formation to the right, and they're going to roll right. Look downfield, sets up, throws, and down the field, the pass is caught. What a catch over there by the Dragons at about the 23-yard line. That was a perfect pass and a perfect catch right along the sideline. Not much way you can defend that one, and the Indians had some heat on Ferranto. Ethan Ottens, who was just brought down for no gain on that previous play. That time went out. He's a wide receiver. Made a great catch. He only goes 5'6", not a lot of height, but I'll tell you, Ferranto, the quarterback, put it right on the money. 1st and 10 Dragons from the 23-yard line of Kennett. Handoff goes straight ahead. That's Swigert with a carry, and he'll pick up positive yardage. 5 yards on the play, give him 6. Down the 16-yard line. 2nd and 4 coming up for the Dragons. Three receivers come out to the near side now for the Dragons. Running back in the backfield, I believe, is Swigert. Ferranto, the quarterback. And it's actually Owen Roth, the back in the backfield, by Ferranto, the quarterback. They need 3.5 yards to move the chains. And they'll hand it off to Roth, and Roth will have that and more as he will get down inside the 5 before the Indians knock him down at the 4. Owen Roth, a big hole right up the middle. That'll move the chains. 1st and 10, Dragons, 26-0. St. John with a lead, threatening for more here. We're just inside of 8 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. St. John come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll have 1 receiver to the left. They put all the blockers over on the right side of the line. Quarterback will get the snap, and a flag will come in. We have a procedure call against St. John. That'll back them up 5 yards. Back them up 5 yards. It'll be 1st and goal from, I believe, about the 9-yard line. 8-yard line is where they will have it. 1st and goal after the procedure penalty. And now they will step it off. Skeeter Kell Sporting Goods, another one of our great broadcast sponsors. We appreciate all the folks at Skeeter Kell. They're not just a name, they are a tradition. For over 60 years, the premier sports provider, area teams, coaches, and players. When you need sporting goods, it's Skeeter Kell. Should be a beautiful weekend. Big tournament going on at the Kennett Country Club this weekend. Grab your teams if you want to play, and now I think Kennett's going to jump offside. Nope, another false start against the Dragons, so that'll back them up 5 yards, back-to-back 5-yard penalties. Procedure penalty backs the football back to the 14-yard line. May have a few openings. You can check with Larry and the folks over at the Kennett Country Club Pro Shop tomorrow morning bright and early if you want to get a team into the tournament. Not for certain, but those tournaments do fill up quickly. But if you're looking for something to do this weekend, Kennett Country Club and a tournament, a good way to spend the weekend. Not much running room up the middle. Indians will bottle up the ball carrier that time. That was Swigert with a carry. So it'll be 2nd and goal at the 13-yard line. for the Dragons. They are in no hurry with this 26-0 lead. They'll run about all the time off that play clock in the end zone. This is, even with a big lead, this is good. A practice opportunity for a team to work that clock, and it's down to 5 seconds. Now, with 4, they'll take the snap. The quarterback looks to throw, throws in the flat, and throws it away. Smart play that time by Ferranto as he is being pressured by the Indians, and Cruz Duffel was bringing the heat. That freshman, he's made some nice plays for the Indians here this evening. Pass is incomplete, so 6:20 to play in the ball game, and it's 3rd down and 13 coming up. 3rd and goal from the 13 for the Dragons. Dragons going to send 4 receivers in the formation, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Ferranto with the back to his right. Looks to the left, now looks to the right, and the Indians are going to drag him down. Good job pressuring up there that time by the Indians. Ferranto was brought down. I think, again, Cruz Duffel, the freshman, was in on that tackle. Got some pressure. They may try a long field goal here, and I think they're going to take a timeout, so we'll take one as well. It's actually 6 minutes, a 6-minute timeout coming up. 26-0 our score. Dragons with a lead. Back with more after this.
When your child is sick, you want a pediatrician you can trust. Dr. Andrew Beach has been serving the Kennett and surrounding communities for over 20 years. Dr. Beach provides preventative, chronic, and acute medical care for children from birth to 21 years of age. He is now accepting new pediatric patients. Call today to schedule an appointment for your child with Dr. Beach at 888-0001. 888-0001.
Hi, I'm Dr. Andrew Beach, and on behalf of Kennett Pediatrics, we proudly support our Kennett Indians.
UNLV has taken the lead over Kansas, our sister station in Las Vegas, KSHP. Broadcast home of UNLV football. Barry Odom trying to knock off the Jayhawks tonight in college football. Here it is 26-0 in favor of the Dragons. 6 minutes to play, and the Dragons are going to try a field goal. So we are going to have a 35-yard field goal attempt, and the kick is up. Has plenty of length, and it is off to the left. No good. Indians get the football after the missed field goal attempt. Let's get a score, guys. Let's get a score. It would give this team such a boost. Week 3 of the season. We're going to Kelly next week. Kelly at Rolla tonight. We'll see how they fare against the Class 5 Rolla team. But next week we're on the road at Kelly. And then the following week we are on the road at East Prairie. Tad Jones' favorite destination for a broadcast as we visit East Prairie as the Indians up to the line of scrimmage. 25-yard line, the line of scrimmage of Kennett. Jones, the quarterback, has a running back behind him. To his left is Nick Fonda. And a handoff to Fonda straight ahead. Fonda with nice running room. Lowers the head and has about 13 yards on first down. Way to go, Nick. Good strong running for the sophomore running back. That'll move the chains. And the first down for the Indians. We talked with Coach Andrew Webster on the Coaches Show. The goal for such a young team, and they're fighting the injuries, be playing good football by district tournament time. I know right now the offense just not putting points on the board, but you're seeing some bright spots here and there. And get to playing and surprise some people come district. And here's Fonda on the loose again. Across midfield, he's still on the loose. Broke a tackle and finally knocked out of bounds and gets to about the 44-yard line. Way to go, Nick. There's one of the bright spots. The sophomore is 5'7", 170, and he runs hard. 44-yard line of St. Gen. That's the line of scrimmage with 5:04 to play in the football game. Fonda was knocked out of bounds, so the clock is stopped. And it's a 1st and 10 for the Indians. Let's get some points on the board. It'd be a happier ride home for everyone here from St. Genevieve if we can erase that 0 on the scoreboard for the visitors. Now the whistles will blow, and let's see what we got here. I don't see any flags, but the side judge blew that whistle. Now we're going to be back to action. 1st and 10 Indians. Jones awaits the snap. Twin receivers right and left as Kennett spreads it out. And again, they'll give it to Fonda. Fonda had to kind of reach back for that carry. He stays on his feet, runs over a couple of dragons, and gets to the 35-yard line. Boy, that's a gain of about 9 yards. Way to go, Nick Fonda. There's a bright spot. Kennett spreading it out, gets inside the 35. And it's 2nd down and about the length of the football to move the chains. 4:40 and the clock running here in the 4th quarter. And Kennett with a very good drive here, trying to get some points on the board. Twin receivers right, twin receivers to the left. Ty Jones, the quarterback. Hands it off to Fonda again, moving forward and carries the pile forward. That'll be a 1st and 10 Indians. Nick Fonda gets down to the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 Indians. Let's get this thing in the end zone. They're 29 yards away as the Indians break the huddle. We are right at 4 minutes to go in the football game as Jones again sends 2 receivers right and 2 to the left. Is this the play? We get it in the end zone. Jones will fake the handoff, roll right, look downfield, throw downfield, has a receiver, and it's caught. What a catch by the Indians. And Zane Franklin, he kind of tipped it and lost it and reached behind him and hauled it in. And that'll be a 1st and 10 Indians down to the 16. Good concentration by the 6'3", 170 sophomore. Good size on Franklin, and that time a crossing pattern, and he held on. 1st and 10 Indians, they're in the Baker Implement Case IH red zone with that reception. Ty Jones to Zane Franklin. From the 16, 1st and 10 Indians. Jones has the snap. Give it to Fonda. Cuts left, cuts back inside. Nick down inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line. Another good run by the sophomore. Fonda picks up about 6 yards on the play. 2nd and a short 4 coming up for the Indians at the 9. They can pick up a 1st down at the 5. We are 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Kennett with 2 timeouts remaining, if you're wondering. Indians wanting some points here, trailing 26-0. Hand it off to Fonda. Fonda cuts left, stays on his feet, inside the 5, drives to the goal line. He's inside the 1. Fonda is inside the 1-yard line, and it's 1st and goal for the Indians. Let's go, guys. Another good run by Nick Fonda, the sophomore. 1st and goal Indians at the 1. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left for the Indians. And who else but Fonda in the backfield. Ty Jones out of the shotgun, Fonda to his left. Expect Fonda to get the carry, and he does. Straight ahead, hit in the backfield, fights forward, stood up, and kept out of the end zone. So it's still a 0 on the board, and it's 2nd and goal from the 1. 2:09 to play in the ball game, and I think the officials have blew the whistles. Let's see what it's all about here. There is a flag on the play. Don't be against the Indians, please. The officials are talking it over. We have it, and now they're going to wave it off. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's 2nd and goal from the 1. Last thing we needed was a 5-yard or a 10-yard penalty when we have it on the goal line at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Indians break the huddle. 2 receivers right. 1 receiver, 2 receivers to the left. Fonda the running back. Jones the quarterback. 2nd and goal from the 1. Jones takes the snap. Fonda gets the carry. And he's in. There's a touchdown. Kennett scores with 1:48 to play here in the 4th quarter. Nick Fonda with a touchdown run. Boy, it has been a while, hasn't it, Indian fans? But good to get some points on the board, and I think we're going to go for the 2-point conversion. Score is 26-6. Whether we win or lose is not the question at this point, but boy, we needed that score. 2-point conversion, Jones the quarterback, and Fonda still back there. Twins right and left are the receivers. We look right, throw right, corner of the end zone. The big receiver is there. Flakes tried to come up with it, but it falls incomplete. But the Indians score 26-6. St. John gets the football when we return right after this.
At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we know that the days of parking your equipment in the shed after a long harvest and taking it easy for a while no longer exist. The business of farming is much more complex. We've been in the ag lending business for over 100 years, and we are ready to help your operation reach its best potential. We've got the loan and crop insurance products and the experience right here ready to serve you. We are your ag lender.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Contact Matthew Poole or Nathan Creed at 888-6624.
Indians get on the board with 1:48 to play in the ball game. 2-point conversion, no good. And now we kick it away to the Dragons. Indians still with 2 timeouts, Dragons with 2, but I doubt if anyone uses it with a 26-6 ball game here. Lots of rain in the first half. Second half, thankfully, has been dry. The M&Ms were not very good. They were soggy. And the Indians, see if they might do a little squib kick or something here, or they're going to kick it deep. Putting his foot into it is Austin Gaddis, and he will kick it over the front line, takes a hop and picked up at the 30 by the Dragons. They will cut it outside and stay on their feet out close to the 40 before they're finally knocked out of bounds. Amsler, he's a junior with the return that time. 5'7", 120. Not a lot of weight on Amsler, but he had an aggressive return and gets it out near the 40. 1:42 to play in the ball game. Kennett defense back on the field. Ferranto, the starting quarterback, will be back out there, I believe, for the Dragons. May have a different running back out there for the Dragons this time. Looks like Wyatt Grin may be out there in the backfield. Actually, he's going to be one of the blockers, and they're going to just go into the victory formation here. Pretty classy move by Coach Pope here as they will take a knee, and this should do it. They'll have to do that a couple of more times. Tad Jones tells us in college football, UNLV has knocked off Kansas, the Jayhawks. Good news for our sister station out in Las Vegas. KSHP. Next week, we will go on the road. Tad Jones, Darryl Wilcoxon, and myself will be at Kelly to take on the Hawks. Kelly, a fairly new program, but they've had quite a bit of success in their basketball history, and that's where we will be coming up on Friday night. They'll take another knee, and they'll have to do it just one more time, and that will bring this ball game to an end. Thanks to all of our sponsors who made it possible. We're going to check all the final scores that we can get, and then we'll wrap up the broadcast after a quick break at the conclusion of this one. One more knee, and the Dragons are going to get the victory. 26-6. Going to be our final score. We will take a break, come back, check other scores around the area, and then wrap up our broadcast when Our post-game show of Kennett Indian football begins right after this.
At American Elite Realty, your business is appreciated. They are locally owned and support the communities you live in. Their professional agents can help you find your new home or commercial property. They work closely with your lender to make the buying process easy. Contact a professional agent at 573-888-5373 or view their listings at AmericanEliteRealty.com. Tina Privet, broker, an equal housing opportunity company.
American Elite Realty is proud to support the Kennett Indians and wishes them a successful season.
At Todd and Atwill LLP in Kennett, your situation matters. They understand that unfortunate circumstances arise and are here to provide the legal services you need with integrity and care. Partnering attorneys Darren Todd and Lee Atwill are committed to providing the best legal representation possible. They specialize in personal injury, criminal defense, social security disability, bankruptcies, and more. Visit toddatwill.com for more information. Todd and Atwill LLP, proud to support the Kennett Indians.
Well, here our final score, 26-6 in favor of St. Genevieve. Checking other scores. Hey, we had the Hayti Scott City score wrong. Hayti is going to knock off the Rams of Scott City, it appears. 32-20 they lead in that one. Cardinals fall to the Blue Jays in 11 innings, 4-3. It was Caruthersville all over Carlisle, Illinois, 45-6. That's the latest I have there. Portageville pitching another shutout, 22-0 in their ball game. And that's the scores from around the area. Guess what? The rain has started to fall, and we're going to have to pack up all the equipment, and we're going to go south and prepare for the Kelly Hawks. That'll be our opponent next Friday night. Thanks to all of our sponsors who make our broadcast possible. Boy, great group of sponsors. We couldn't do it without them. And Daryl Wilcoxon, he'll be back in the booth with me next Friday night. I guess we have a booth. We haven't been to Kelly, but we'll see if we have a booth at Kelly. And that'll be next Friday night. And thanks to Monty for all of his hard work in the studios, and for Tad Jones, who puts it all together on location. Runs our other two broadcasts remotely, Portageville and Caruthersville, with our video streams there. So appreciate his help. And we're going to talk to you again next Friday night with more Kennett Indian football as the Dragons defeat the Indians tonight. We'll try it again next week as we take on the Kelly Hawks. Good night from St. Genevieve.
This has been Kennett Indian Football on KBOA FM Magic 105. Our broadcast presented by NEA Baptist Hospital, Baker Implement Company, and by Farm Credit Services of Southeast Missouri. Other broadcast sponsors include Wilcoxon's Home Place Furniture and Appliance, McDonald's, Harris Pharmacy, Glen Sane Motors, Duncan Sheet Metal, Southeast Missouri State University in Kennett, Wayne Chiropractic, Sonic Drive-In, Kennett Board of Public Works, the Law Office of Todd and Atwill, State Senator Jason Bean, American Elite Realty, Danny Glass Sod Farm and Trucking, the Kennett Country Club, the Law Office of Peltz, McMullen, Edgington, and Morgan, Kennett Bowling Lanes, Dubs Clothing, Kennett Pediatrics, First State Community Bank, and State Representative Cameron Bunning Parker. Radio broadcast sponsors include FM Bank, Bullock Furniture, Skeeter Kell Sporting Goods, Ultimate Fitness, T.R. Baker Insurance, Jim Bollinger and Sons Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Plumbing, and by Kennett Trust Bank. This broadcast of Kennett Indian Football has been a presentation of Pollock Broadcasting Company.